What's going on, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited. Fortnite Battlegrounds going down right now. Listen, I'm your motivation guy, your friend, the one and only Keith Allen. I'm sitting with the one and only legendary pro player himself, Beyond.
Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the second Battlegrounds that we are doing on ProGuides for you Fortnite players. We're super excited to get this thing going, and I am just stoked to do this with Keith Allen once again. Obviously, me and him killed it for the last one. We loved watching you guys play. We loved going over all the different things that were going on, and yeah, let's get right into this.
Dude, I am so hyped, man. Listen, man, I want to see people come with it today, man. I want to see great chemistry. I want to say, want to see good strategy, communication.
Two box fights, that's what this tournament is, and we had 32 teams to start with, right? So we had 32 teams, 64 players, and we basically have been running this tournament already. Right now we're on the semifinals. The structure is going to be first to 5 wins, best of 3. So wins that round, and then best of 3 will win the entire match and move on to the finals. And then in the grand finals, we have the same exact setup again. First to 5 team wins, and then best of 3 after those team wins. And now that we've went over the tournament structure, let's kind of talk about pricing and the prizes that you guys are going to earn.
Listen, I'm sorry to say the prize is not Bunch of Crunch. So I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, all right? We're going to make sure that we're going to have a tournament. We're going to have some Bunch of Crunch for sure, because a lot of you guys haven't had it yet. So we got to get that to go down. But anyways, 2,500 PG points for first place. All right, we're talking about ProGuides points, all right? 2,000 ProGuides points for second place, and 1,500 ProGuides points for third place. So, and we got a lot going on. Obviously, on our website, on the app, you can use those points up to get a lot done.
Right. You can spend them on a lot of different things on the website, and this is why I love this prize personally, because you guys can actually use this to get better. So you're already one of the best in this tournament, and you can actually get even better, and not just be better, but be the best. So use these points, guys, if you are able to earn them, and spend them on coaching, VOD reviews, use them to make yourself a better player. And yeah, guys, super excited to do this. Amazing prize, amazing tournament. And yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's get this going. Here we go.
Yup. Entering game now. First game of this stream. All right. So we have 2 teams here. Right, box fighting using AR pump, one flop or one slurpfish, 2 minis. All right. All right, so we see these guys playing very safe, staying back, right? They got good piece control. Great teamwork so far. You can see they're a little bit more split this time, right? They're playing together when they need to, but for the most part, they're playing pretty separately, kind of playing on their own.
And so far, I like the chemistry of what I'm seeing with these 2 players.
Oh,
I like
absolutely.
This. Yeah.
Yep.
Taking their time too. Not trying to over push and be too aggressive.
Right, exactly. They're playing it safe. They're playing a little separate, but whenever one of them needs help, you can tell. You guys can tell. They call out to each other, and the other one runs right back in and helps his teammate stay alive. I love that. Love the chemistry they have. Yep, and right now playing more passively. One of them throwing down minis for his teammate. They are out of healable items right now, combined total, so they will be at a slight disadvantage unless the other team also has lower shields. But as far as I remember, they've only done 90 damage so far. Let's see what happens.
Come on.
Yep. So when we see stalemates like this, we can kind of get to the conclusion that both these teams are pretty good for the most part. But a lot of times what we'll see is that the momentum will actually swing as it progresses, right, guys? So what'll happen is we'll see these guys in the beginning really slow, looking like they're really even, and as soon as that first round goes by, that first match basically, what will happen is we'll start to see these guys start to dominate the other team. One team will absolutely dominate, right?
I mean, it's just like, I have to compare this to basketball. We're watching the playoffs right now. The first game, you're trying to fill each other out. You don't really know, who's, trying to do what or whose strengths or weaknesses are. And so, as this progresses, it's going to get a lot more crazy.
Exactly, right. Perfect explanation. I love the analogy. And that's pretty much what we're seeing right now. Both these teams playing kind of passive, slightly getting aggressive here, but for the most part, they were feeling each other out, kind of trying to see what the play styles are, what their strategies are. And right now, they took one of the team members of the opposite team down, and they're doing a great job of just W keying, getting in his box, keeping that pressure on them, and they go ahead and win the first round. Great job. Right? Great
job. What team is this?
That was Team 1. We got Twister and Ponzi. These are the 4 horsemen.
Four horsemen.
Yep.
Heard a lot about this team.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of hype about the 4 horsemen. I want to see you guys come with it.
Let's see it. The number 1 seeds.
So listen, I know at this point, I mean, everyone's feeling the pressure, you know, and it's so easy to forget your strategy and forget your play style when you get, you know, under the pressure.
Right. And right now, we're kind of seeing exactly what we were talking about before, Keith Allen, right? Exactly what we're seeing. And basically, guys, what's happening is the 4 horsemen had that first initial win, and now you can see they're playing a lot more aggressive. You see, they already took out one of the opponents. They're pushing in, and boom, just like that, second round won.
Yeah, and I really, really respect this team's mindset, you know, to really just study the player, just to study the other team, and see how they could attack. They took their time, and now they know they know how to attack this team now.
Right, absolutely. Me as well. And it's great that we can kind of like see these things happen because it's interesting. You know, these guys, we were able to kind of guess what's going to happen, and that's kind of because of our understanding of competitive Fortnite, and it's something that will really help the players if they understand it as well. Yeah. So when the players know that for how important the first round is, they both have to do their best to really win that first round, because that first round could make a huge difference when it comes to mentality, right?
And it's so important too, even for this other squad, to not panic. Don't panic, guys. When you start losing, you start getting penetrated. Don't panic. You know, stay consistent. Because when another team smells fear, it's a wrap.
Right. Exactly. It's done. Because once that one team gains their confidence and the other one loses it, it all starts to kind of go down there, and that's where they really got to be careful, man.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
So that was the second round. So
right. Yep. And now we're getting into, so that was their second win, and we're basically getting to, once they get 5 wins, they'll have that round in the bag. They'll win that round, and once they've won 2 out of 3 rounds, essentially the first one to win 2 rounds wins the entire match. And right now they essentially have had 2 wins. Let's see how they're going to be doing up to now.
So they need 3 more. 3 more to win this round.
Right, exactly.
All right, now let's see how the other team reacts, okay? Come on now.
Yeah. And just like we're seeing, man, they're the domination. They're running in there, so confident.
Yeah, and the other team is playing a little bit too passive right now. They're playing almost scared. And you know, when you're playing an opponent, I mean, you can sense when they respect you too much. You can sense when they, you know, have a fear.
Exactly.
They respect your skills.
Right, guys. And that's what we're seeing right now, guys. So what we're seeing is these players are getting cornered. We saw earlier they were both in the same box, cornered up against the wall, while the other 2 players were just running in, taking pieces, literally getting up in their face. And that's where we kind of start see this domination coming in, right? Like we're seeing these guys go ahead and do all this. And what they should really do here is they need to start upping their confidence. They need to act like they're winning 10-0, like they have domination, they own this match.
Yep.
That's what they need to start doing.
No, I totally agree. Totally agree.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's just see what continues to happen right now.
Yep, let's see it. A little bit of delay in between rounds, but hopefully we'll get this sorted out soon. It's just because of the map. All right, great. Looks like the players all got a hang of it. But yeah, right now they have 3 wins. So we have the 4 horsemen out here with 3 wins. They need to hit 5 wins to win the first round. But obviously up to now they've been dominating it, man. I mean,
sure. No, the hype seems real right now.
Yeah, the hype does seem real. So the 4 horsemen are actually our number 1 seed right now, and what that basically means in tournament rules is that they essentially got that first place before it started. That's kind of like a little guess of their skill, but we'll see. We'll see if they're going to live up to that expectation. And I mean, up to now, they've been living up to that hype, you know, with this dominant play style. And right now, we're actually getting the chance to watch the other team play. Right, we're watching the team that are fighting the 4 horsemen, the team that's currently down.
And another thing too is, you know, sometimes guys, we have to change up our game plan on the spot. We have to adapt to what is happening. If we're not able to adapt, especially in team modes or, you know, any competition we're in, people are just going to know your moves. They're going to already know what you're going to do. And so it's really good to change it up. It's really good to change up your strategy.
Right, exactly. And especially in this scenario where they're just, it's not working for them. The first round it was working,
Yeah.
but they need to realize that was only because the four horsemen were allowing it to work. They were trying to understand their playstyle, right, guys?
Yeah.
So right now, what they need to do is they got to say, okay, man, we got to switch this up. We got to try something brand new. We got to play more aggressive.
Yeah.
We can't just keep boxed up like this. Like they're staying together, which is good. But in box fights, when you're good players, you don't want to stay in the same box like this. You want to get in separate boxes, just like the four horsemen, and you really, really want to work on your ability to play by yourself without your teammates' help, and then be able to kind of reach back to your teammate and ask for help when you need it.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Right. Because if you have that ability to 2v1, right, and I mean, if you have that ability to 2v1, and you can dominate them, what happens is the other players will struggle because they need each other, and you guys don't. You guys are able to 2v1 and do a great job. But if you ever do need each other, you're right there. And that's that mentality that all players should have when they're playing in these team events. And they go ahead and they win number 4. So now they are at 4 wins.
Wow.
We need one more win for them to win this round.
Oof.
Yep.
This team is not playing. This team is not playing.
Not at all, man. They're not messing around.
Come on, man. I want this team to get at least a couple wins right now.
I know. Me too. Let's see it. I think they got a good chance though. I definitely can see some strong mechanics out of them. Very good synergy, but it's not working against this team specific playstyle. Right there, we saw a powerful 100 damage shot coming off from this
nice
player.
Shot.
And honestly, what I'm seeing right now is amazing.
Yeah, pushing a little bit more, just not being overly defensive.
Right.
That's the thing. You can't just be overly defensive and allow people just to push you like this.
Right. Their aggression is great, but right there, what I just saw was way too much aggression, and that's what caused them to lose that.
Yeah.
The four horsemen, from what I'm seeing, are amazing at adapting.
Yeah, I'm loving their play styles as well. I can see off the bat, like they've been in some tournaments together.
Oh yeah, and they go ahead and win their 5th match, which basically means that they have won the first round. So congratulations to the four horsemen for winning round 1. You guys need one more round win to go ahead and move on to the finals, or there's still a chance, man. Even the losing team, they only need 2 rounds. They can always come back.
There is still a chance. So I'm really interested to see how they're going to play this. I mean, if you're with your partner right now, like, what are you doing right now?
Right. So
how are you playing this out?
Exactly. So if I were to be in that situation with my duo where we'd be losing right now, we're down, and we see that, our play style isn't working against the other play style, what we need to do is we need to switch it up. And to do that, we need to have knowledge of different play styles.
Sure.
There's a super aggressive play style where you're literally 50-50, which I don't recommend. There's a play style where you're playing super passive, but you're playing separated. There's a play style where you're playing passive and together. And there's basically multiple different ones. For these guys specifically, what I'm seeing with the four horsemen is they tend to play separately, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what they could do is they could W key one of the players together instantaneously. They find one person, they lock him down, and both of them rush him instantly. Once you've taken down that first player, it's much easier to heal up, take his heals, and 2v1 the other player and take your time.
Sure. And for this other team, I would love for them to change it up a little bit as well. To separate a little bit more as well.
Exactly. That might even work as well. There's so many different things they can do, and that's one of them. I love that. It's a great idea. And once again, four horsemen taking another win.
Nice. That was quick.
Yep. Very fast.
That was quick. Oof.
Yep. And what we start to kind of learn from this, right, guys, is we see that the four horsemen, what makes them such a powerful duo is their ability to adapt. Their first game was very slow. We saw them not dominating at all. It kind of looked like the teams were even. But like we had guessed, what happens is these players start to adapt and understand their opponents, get a feel for it, and then they start to dominate because they know exactly what they're going to do.
And when someone is able to adapt, honestly, the thing that I see as a motivation guy is mentality. I just see confidence, man. Like, I just see the work that you put in creative. I see the work that you've worked on with your mechanics for you to be versatile. I mean, that's what it takes, And if you're versatile, you are able to adapt in any situation, change it up if one strategy isn't working, change up your play style to get that victory.
Right, exactly. And that's very important. Right now, I'm not sure what's happening. I think one of the players left the match by accident. That's my guess, or maybe they lagged out. Let's go ahead and give them a few seconds here and see what's going on. I think we're having a little problem with the actual game itself with these players. With Fortnite, it happens sometimes. Your game just quits on you. Your game crashes or you lag out, and something like that might happen. But we'll see.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, Don't you love it, man? I hate it. I hate it so much. And it's funny because you see some of the best reactions come out of Fortnite players and that stuff happens. Like these pro players in these intense competitions, right? They're like thousands of dollars on the line. They're doing great. They're in the top 10. Boom, their game client crashes on them in the middle of their stream. And they just start freaking out, man. It's so funny. Some hilarious reactions there. Yeah, and from what I can see, it looks like it's a 2v1 right now. So one of them did crash out, I think. We'll get some info on this soon, and we'll update you guys on what's happening. But I'm pretty happy about how they're handling it, though. Big credit to the Four Horsemen for being very having good sportsmanship, waiting, not just 1v2ing them, waiting for the other opponent to come back. Credit to you guys. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you so much.
It's a good sign
for sure. Well, keep it up, keep it up. Yep. I mean, all they need is to get two more victories.
Right. So they need, if the Four Horsemen get 4 more wins, they'll go ahead and move on to the finals. If the other team goes ahead and gets that strong comeback and they're able to change their play style, we could see a much longer match that could be very hyped, because then we're seeing a 1-to-1 round matchup, and then it's a very, very, very intense final round. But we'll see. We'll see.
For sure, for sure. And if you're in a position and you haven't won a game yet, I mean that could be really disheartening. At that point, you could either start tilting, you could easily just give up.
Right. It's a very good point. I love that you mentioned that, because the thing is, although it seems like a disadvantage, although it seems like, oh my God, my mentality's ruined.
Sure.
The truth is, if you have the right mentality, that could be a motivational factor. That could give you strength, because what's happening now is your opponents are getting overconfident. They're undervaluing you. They're undermining you. They don't understand how good you actually are.
Yeah.
And when that happens, you have a superior advantage in terms of psychological advantage. Like your opponents, they think you're not that good, and that gives you an opportunity to strike back and catch them off guard. And the second you start to come back, what you'll see is their morale will drop, because they're 100% sure they're going to win this. And so as soon as you start that tiny comeback, that little streak will eventually turn into something much bigger. So I personally see this as an opportunity and a chance to basically get an advantage, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean they say the hardest playoff game. I'm alluding to basketball again because we're in the playoffs. Go Lakers! Go Lakers! Woo! Lakers, you guys better close it out today. But it's the hardest game to win is that closeout game. It's like when you're on the edge of just winning, your round or your match. I mean, that's usually the hardest one, because other player says, oh, you know what, at this point, I have nothing to lose.
Right.
I mean, my back is against the wall. I might as well. Now all the nerves are gone, and it's just like, well, I'm about to lose anyway. Let me just give it my all. And that's what happens. And
Exactly. When you have nothing to lose, you start doing whatever it takes, man. You don't. There's no more pressure on you.
For sure.
All the pressure's off. And the same kind of goes for the other team too, though. It's very hard to actually win something when you have such a huge lead and you blow it, right?
Sure.
Like the Cavaliers blew a 3-0 or 2-0 lead or something, right?
Yeah.
You know that saying. So stuff like that happens. It's like you're winning, let's say 5-0, and then all of a sudden the team comes back and it's 5-5. All of a sudden you lose all your morale.
And we saw that happen in the last tournament.
Right. We did actually. I think it was FN Twister had the lead, and then who was it? Can't remember exactly, but the other players start to come back, and we saw a very strong comeback from him, and they start to get very evened out, right?
Yep, I remember that. I remember. All right, so not sure what's happening right now, but we definitely need somebody to win something.
Yeah. Well, I think we're just waiting right now for the other player to come back. We'll see in a second here.
Did he take a Bunch Crunch break? Come on, man. Listen, we eat the Bunch Crunch before and afterwards, okay?
Yeah, man.
You can't have Bunch Crunch and play Fortnite at the same time, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's unless you have an extra hand. Someone is feeding you.
Exactly. It's funny. Yeah, you only got to eat that Bunch of Crunch when you're watching me and Keith Allen on the YouTube channel. Yeah, and not when you're playing. You gotta keep your hands on the keys.
Yeah. So we're just, as we're waiting to see, exactly what's about to take place. My expectations is that people adapt. That's all I want to see. Just keep your confidence, but adapt. And so I know your experiences with playing mini tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've had to adapt, right?
Exactly. I don't think I've played a single one where I haven't. is so important. It's just so
Yeah.
important because you never know what you're going up against, guys. You know, every single tournament, you could be the best player in the world, but being the best player in the world doesn't mean that you know everything. It means that you have the ability to adapt and change based on everything.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
And that's what you guys got to understand, that if you want to become the best, you have to be able to adapt and change real time. You know, have the knowledge to change up everything. Be able to come out of your mindset, change your perspective, do something new, do something that you've never done before, take risks, be bold, be brave, be confident in everything you do. These are very important key things that you got to keep in mind. I believe if we do this, the 4 horsemen will be able to actually the other team will be able to come back against the 4 horsemen if they're able to do this.
I liked how you said risk too, because a lot of times we're not able to take risks because we're so afraid of failing. You know, we're so afraid of losing. And I just know so many players that are so afraid of losing instead of just having a winning mentality and just getting that out of their minds and just playing to their strengths and not overthinking. And sometimes I think that's what happens. Not sometimes, a lot of times.
Right.
We overthink when we should just play our game, man. Play instinctively.
Yep.
You know, stop thinking so much.
Exactly. Believing in yourself and having that confidence, having it enough to where you can take risks that aren't really risks to you. They're just you doing what you believe is right. Very important.
Sure.
Right.
Very important. Sometimes people lose before they even play.
Exactly.
They haven't even started yet, and you've already lost.
Yep.
You're like, I'm done.
Absolutely.
You know?
All right, and it looks like we are back into the games. Awesome.
Yes.
Let's watch these guys finish this out. So just a refresh, the 4 horsemen won the first. They won. Sorry guys, they won the first round, and they have 1 win in the second round right now. So let's see what they're going to do from here, and whether or not the other team's going to be able to pull off this comeback.
And so far, this looks exactly like all the other wins that we've seen so far.
Right, yeah, I agree. It looks pretty much like the 4 horsemen are playing aggressive, getting that piece control, moving up, dominating, and we see the other team kind of cornered up in one box together. As I mentioned before, I really think what they need to start doing is they need to pick one player, zone in on him, and both of them attack him
For sure.
full speed.
Yeah. They're going to have to try to mix something up now, or this is not going to last too long.
Yeah, exactly. And it's looking right now like
What
the
is
4
this,
horsemen.
Ponzi?
Ponzi? This is Twister. Twister over here. I'm not actually sure. This might be FN Twister from our last Battlegrounds.
I think so.
Maybe there's a good chance. Maybe he changed his epic or he has an alt ID, but who knows, man? What if Twister goes ahead and becomes our 2 times reigning champion? That would be pretty awesome, right?
That'd be amazing to
That'd
see.
be pretty cool.
Amazing to see.
Yep. And yeah, so they go ahead and they win the second. They get the second win in the second round. So it's looking so far like the 4 horsemen are going to go ahead and take this win. But like me and Keith Allen have mentioned many times now, there's always a chance that these players can come back.
Oh, you gotta. I don't even know if you had a weapon.
I know. Yeah, these guys are. It looks like they're starting to give up. Maybe they're on the same. They're on the wrong team. Looks like their team's messed up. Yeah. That's what happened. So not sure what happened, but I think one of the players accidentally switched their team, and now they're all on the same team, which is a big problem because now they can't actually eliminate him. Hopefully they go ahead and fix that. Yeah, guys. Make sure you guys aren't switching teams, by the way. That's very important. Once the game is started and you've switched your team, stay on that team, guys. Don't switch. Because when you switch teams, it makes problems. Because right now, you can't eliminate them anymore. So we're going to have to go ahead and restart this again and fix it.
Shaking his head.
All right. Yeah. But while we're doing that, let's kind of go over some stuff that we've seen so far.
Sure.
You know, we've seen the 4 horsemen. Good players. Incredible. Very strong, very aggressive, very intelligent. They adapted to their opponents. And on the other side, we have these other players, right? And lack of confidence is what we see in them.
Yeah, lack of confidence because, I mean, they obviously see the skill advantage that their team has. But, you know, it's really all about getting into the other players' heads. I mean, that's honestly, I think, what wins more matches than people understand. It's just literally psyching the other opponent out or other team out. That's really all you got to do. I mean, once you get the mental edge in a fight, I mean, I don't care how talented you are. Like, it's yours.
Right, exactly. I mean, I've had so many fights. I can just give you an example where it's been like a crazy 2v1, right? And it just does not look like I'm gonna win. You know, I got hit for 150. I have 50 health left.
Oh gosh.
Everything's going bad. They have great guns. They're playing aggressive. They're confident. But then all of a sudden, somehow I pull it off and I get them, right? And everyone's like, "Wow, you're insane! How'd you do that?" They have no idea. And the thing is, they don't understand what's happening because they don't have that confidence, right? They don't have that risk they don't believe in themselves at the same level that I might. And what they need to do in that situation, when if all odds are against them, it looks like, you know, everything's going bad, is they need to take that risk. They need to go for that 201 pump. They need to do it, because if they don't, it's over, man. They gotta go for it, right?
You were hit for 150, man. I mean, most people at that point are just trying to evade this, just playing so overly defensively. Like, they're not even thinking about pushing or playing offensively in any way. They're just trying to just, you know, not get hit again. Exactly. I love the fact that you keep your confidence in those situations and you look for the opportunity to strike. And I love that.
Yeah, I love how you explained that too. It is a great explanation for great analogy. And yeah, when you get hit, sometimes you have this tendency to play defensive. But when we look at some of the best players in the world, like Lecce, for example, a controller player, whenever he gets hit for a lot of damage, man, you never see this guy back down, ever. But what he does is he pushes even harder. He gets even more aggressive. And that always throws his opponents off. It's that mentality, that confidence. It scares people. They're like, what the heck, man? I just hit this kid for so much damage, and he's still 90ing and running into my box, and they never expect it.
And that could be intimidating.
Yeah.
Again, getting the mental edge.
And that's what I want to see right now.
Right, exactly. And so let's see. I mean, up to now, they're doing the same exact thing. They got cornered again in the same box. They're starting to move out, play more passive. They're trying to kind of get away from them. And once again, I think what these guys really need to do is... well, there he goes. Solid aim. Now, we're seeing a 1v1 here, actually, right now.
Nice.
Oh, and he gets into his box. Oh, wow. Wow, that was close. He got into his box there. Very smart decision. Put the aggression on him.
Yeah.
And he was able to win that fight once again. So now they have 3 wins in the second round. Right. And one thing I really want to tell you guys about, one thing that I really think is going to help this other team is coaching, guys. Believe it or not, coaching is one of the best ways to improve in Fortnite. And I'll tell you guys why. Not just Fortnite, but all games in general. It's because you can never truly understand what you're lacking from your own perspective. You need someone else to tell you those things that they see that you probably won't. And with the 4 Horsemen, they're doing an amazing job right now. But what about the other team? I know for a fact these guys can get better. You know, just by watching what we've been saying so far, if they were to be watching this right now, I promise you, in real time, they would start improving. And believe it or not, that's exactly what coaching does. It tells you what you're missing out on. It shows you everything you need to know to get to that first place as fast as possible. It's also about efficiency. Coaching will literally triple the speed at which you're getting better, and it's because of the fact that you have someone else telling you what to do, and they're showing you it perfectly. So once again, I love the prize pool. It's giving you guys an opportunity to use that coaching, use those VOD reviews, and to be able to
for sure. Prizes, once again, 2,500 PG points for first place, 2,000 PG points for second place, 1,500 PG points for third place. And man, just like Beyond was talking about, you can use this all for coaching, which is going to take your gameplay to the next level.
Right.
For sure.
Absolutely. Definitely. 100%. And yeah, so we went ahead and we saw this other team actually get a win. Yeah, during that,
Congrats, guys.
They got a win. So great job, guys. I saw them playing much more aggressive, jumping into boxes more confident. And we basically just saw them get their first win here.
Now I want to see if this is going to switch the momentum. You know, I mean, after you get your first win, you start feeling a little good. You know, you start saying, okay, I can do this. Like, we can do this. So I want to see how they're going to do right now. I know they're boxed up again, allowing the other team to just push them right now. But I just want to see how they're going to are they going to stick to the same strategy, or are they going to begin to change it up a little bit?
Right, exactly. And this is just like what me and Keith Allen were talking about before, about how these players right now are starting to gain the momentum. They just got their first win. They now have an opportunity to come back and to actually break the other team's mentality and to be able to win this out with their comeback and their momentum. But what we do see right now is Daichi is actually low on materials. I'm not sure about his teammate, but that isn't looking too good for them. But fortunately for them, they actually have a lot of piece control in a lot of areas, so they should be good for the most part.
Yeah.
Over here. Nice shot off on by him. Let's see if his teammate's able to clutch this up. It's a 1v1 right now. He has the materials and the shields and the health. Great shot off by Daichi's teammate. Right, he cracked his shields. He actually has more heals right now because the team, the 4 Horsemen, the 4 Horsemen player that's left right now doesn't have any extra heals. And what happened there? Yup, there it is. The second win. They pulled it off. He pushed him. That was perfect. As soon as the 4 Horsemen player started to focus on getting that elimination and grabbing those heals, the player went ahead and he actually got that elimination right at the perfect timing. And we do see this comeback now. So we are at 3 wins for the 4 horsemen in the second round, and 2 wins for the opposite team in the second round once again. So we could be seeing a comeback here.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. I mean, like I said, after you get that first dub, man, you start feeling better about yourself, and all of a sudden, all those little fears start they're going away.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see it, man. I really want to see. I love seeing the underdogs come back.
Yeah,
great feeling.
And I could even see right here, the aggressive play right here. I can see the difference right now.
Right, and oh my God, there he is, Daichi. Honestly, okay, so 4 horsemen ended up winning that match as well, making them go ahead and have 4 wins on their second round. They're getting close to that, to winning this all together. But big credit to Daichi on the opposite team, because what Daichi went ahead and did there is he actually did an amazing job being aggressive, right? I love seeing that, and 100% sure.
But when you're playing opponents, like mechanically that, I mean, come off as better.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you still can't let your guards down too much.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's very impressive to see how Daichi was able to actually keep the momentum going. His teammate, on the other hand, just like Keith Allen said, let his guard down a little bit too much, and he lost his 1v1.
Yeah.
Not sure if he called out for help because we can't hear the comms right now. Yeah. But on the other hand, Daichi did an amazing job there, very aggressive and confident, and I loved seeing him outplay his opponent. But let's see if the 4 horsemen are able to win this out, or if we're going to see an incredible comeback from the other team.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I like how they, been baiting them in.
Right. Yeah, they're pushing aggressively, and they're backing up just a little bit. Yep, just like we saw right there. But yeah, just to remind you guys, if the 4 horsemen go ahead and actually win this next one, they will be advancing to the finals. So this is a very important round here. Yeah. Oh, and there they go. The 4 horsemen winning the second round and winning the match in total, and they are moving on to the finals.
Moving on to the finals. Congratulations,
awesome.
4 horsemen. I mean, pushing the whole time, staying aggressive, no matter what. The other team did awesome as well. I don't want to say it wrong.
Right. They did amazing. I mean, I honestly think they had a lot of potential. I think they can pull this off, but the 4 horsemen did an incredible job at just adapting, staying consistent. As soon as the other team was starting to get that comeback, the 4 horsemen adapted. They switched it up once again. They were able to go ahead and keep on adapting to every little change that they ran into, and they won because of that.
Yeah, and the other team as well. I mean, they actually, I saw they started to get confident. But I kind of do feel like they kind of stuck with the same game plan a little too long, which I feel like cost them.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is very important that you switch it up, and they kept that for the entire first round, and I'd say about a quarter or a half of the second round as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what ultimately led to their demise, because if they were able to actually switch it up earlier, and they kept on switching it up over and over again, making it hard for the horsemen to keep up, they could have had an insanely good chance at actually being able to win this and being able to move on to the finals. But, big credit to them for trying. You guys did an amazing job. And remember, every single mistake, every single loss is an opportunity to improve.
I love that. Oh, and that's the mentality that you have to have, man. I say it every single week on your motivation show, Fridays, 12 o'clock, Pacific Standard Time.
Right.
I always just say PST. But yeah, that's what it's about. You're not losing. You are learning.
Right.
Sorry, I thought you were going to finish.
Right, learning, right.
I say it all the time.
I mean, I love Keith Allen's motivation show. You guys should definitely check it out. If you have time, please sure go check it out. He goes over stuff that you will never find anywhere else. The psychological aspect of gaming, esports, is so incredibly underrated, and it's the key to being the best. And Keith Allen just destroys it in his show every single week. So I definitely recommend that you guys go ahead and check that out. Yeah. I promise you'll see an incredible improvement in your gameplay.
Thank you so much. You gonna give me a shout out? I'm gonna give you a shout out too. Listen, you guys gotta take Beyond's classes. I mean, this is next level. I mean, he's talking about specific things in game that you can do to better yourself as a Fortnite player. Check him out. Check him out. Dude is legit. For sure.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Keith Allen. All right, guys. Well, amazing semifinals match by those two teams. Love the high-intensity gameplay. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up and go into intermission and get ready for the finals. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. And, yeah, be sure to tune in when we start.
Yeah, keep eating that bunch of crunch. And we'll see you soon.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Bunch of Crunch Army. Where you at? Yo, this is your motivation guy. That's right, your friend, the one and only Keith Allen, sitting here, man, about to do this second half with the one and only Beyond.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the final round of this Battlegrounds tournament. We are going to be watching the best players who have advanced through the first round all the way down to the finals round. And believe it or not, FN Twister is back once again in the finals. What an amazing player. He was actually the person who won last week's Battlegrounds.
Yeah, so he's back again, which I love, man. Like I love it. You do it solo, now you're doing it, with your team. So I love that. We're really excited about today, man. Fortnite Battlegrounds happening right now, only on ProGuides. Woo! We've been wanting to do this for a long time. We're going to keep it coming. Like every single month, we're going to do this. So you guys got to get involved, spread the word, tell your friends. It is going down only at ProGuides. So I want to talk about a little bit of the tournament structure for you guys.
So tournament structure, what we've had up to now is we've had 64 players, 32 teams, right? We started this a while ago before the stream actually started, and these players were battling it out all the way down to the semifinals. We watched semifinals together, and now we're in the finals. So the format that we were using for these was essentially we would have first team to reach 5 wins, and that round would win the round, right? And then once either team won 2 rounds, they would go ahead and win that match and move on to the next round. And in this current round, in this current matchup right now, we're watching the finals. We're looking for which of these players are going to go ahead and win that best of 3, get those 2 rounds in, and win the final round and go ahead and actually be their champions.
Yeah, and this is how it's going down. I know everybody loves prizes. Like I said earlier, eventually we're going to have some of that Bunch of Crunch as a prize. I just got my man Beyond on it. Hey, what you think about the Bunch of Crunch, man? I finally got him on it, guys. Like he finally tried it. He thought the hype wasn't real, but I had to let him know the hype was real. Yep. So what'd you think about the Bunch of Crunch? Before I talk about the prizes, what'd you think about it?
I loved it. I mean, the other day, me and Keith Allen were at the studio. We were eating this Bunch of Crunch. Oh my God! My first time trying it, I was like, bro, this is fire. It was so good. Oh my God!
I know. I'm telling you.
I finished like half the box.
I know. You kept eating it. I'm like, dude.
I was like, yeah, we're recording. I was like, dude, hold on, I need some more.
I had 1 box left, man. No, it's fine.
So
it's fine, dude. I'm glad you liked it. So now I just have to bring double now for you. All right, so we're going to talk about the prizes. 2,500 PG points, ProGuides points, all right, for first place. Second place, we got 2,000 ProGuides points. For third place, we have 1,500 ProGuides points. And listen, man, all of our things that we have at ProGuides.com, everything that we're doing with coaching, our new VOD review thing that we're doing now. I mean, it's amazing.
It is. It's incredible. And that's why, once again, I believe this prize is one of the best prizes that you guys can get because you're already the best in this tournament.
Yeah.
So why not be the best in the world? And you can do that by using this all these coaching tools and the VOD reviews and all different things that ProGuides has to offer, the courses, everything. So I'm super excited for this tournament to go down to see who the winner is, to see the players that are going to place top 3, because you guys are going to go ahead and get one of the best prizes you can.
I love it. And I also love, honestly, it's my passion. We have our YouTube channel that we're doing, Fortnite, and it's just been amazing to see the growth, over the last, year and a half. So it is an honor, to see, our very own ProGuides family get into this tournament. We can actually see their gameplay. We're always talking about all these pros and, high-level players, but it's awesome that we get to see some of our own family, get in this.
Right, and that's what we want to do with this, guys. We want to give you guys the chance to get in front of the camera and to show the world how good you really are. We want to give you players the attention you deserve, and those of you that are mainly in the ProGuides family. So all of you that have stuck with us throughout these years, this is what we're doing back for you guys, and hopefully in the near future even more, and we're super excited.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, we want to honor you guys. You guys have been with us. Some of you guys are new. Some of you guys have been with us for a while now. But we love you guys. We like I always say, we really believe in you. We want to see the best for you guys. So this is your opportunity to show what you got. So no matter what happens, man, the next time you hear about a Fortnite Battlegrounds tournament, get in it, man. Whatever you got to do.
Yep, exactly. Just hop in, guys. Play these. They're fun. They're so exciting. They're free to enter, open to our ProGuides community, and you guys can go ahead and compete for these amazing prizes. These exclusive prizes.
For sure. I know we've been talking about Bunch of Crunch. They're like, Keith Allen, do you talk about anything else? No, I don't. I think actually, someone took the Bunch of Crunch to the next level, like a level that I don't want to see anybody do. I think they were eating it while they were playing. Guys, Please don't do that.
Yeah, not on stream, man. You guys got to play these out. You got to be there for your team. I mean, that's a little inside joke right now. Yeah, but we had a player who stopped playing, and I think he got kicked out by his soul fights. Like, he took a bunch of crunch break mid-game, man. He was like, hold on, bro. I need my bunch of crunch. Just went and grabbed it. His team was like, bro, where'd you go? He's like, hold on, man. I'm getting my bunch of crunch.
Dude, before and after. Okay, not mid-game. All right, guys. Thank you so much. All right, so I believe we're about to start this thing soon, man. So really excited to see what we got. We're going to have two amazing teams, man.
Yeah, I know. We got 4 Horsemen on one side and Claps on the other.
Yep.
2 teams who've been fighting throughout this entire tournament to get to the final round, and super excited to watch it, man. I know these 2 players, I mean, these 2 teams are going to be amazing. And the 4 Horsemen, obviously being our #1 seed, as FN Twister was last Battlegrounds' finalist, the winner, the champion. And, I mean, who knows, man? He might 2-peat.
I don't know who this FN Twister guy is, but he got some game. And,
I know,
his partner, obviously, is dope as well. So, I want to see the mentality, man. I've been loving what I've been seeing with the 4 Horsemen. They're confident. They are confident. They know they can play, and they want to push on you. And that's exactly what FN Twister did, as a solo, man. Like, he wasn't afraid to push on anybody. And that's what we're seeing today.
Right. And that's something I really want to talk about with you guys real quick. What are the different play styles? We have a bunch of different amazing players, but when you're playing in teams especially, there's these specific play styles you got to incorporate in order to dominate your opponents, and play styles will clash against each other. I mean, more predominantly 1v1s, but
yeah,
in team mode, it's even more, right?
For sure. No, yeah. And so, I love, when 2 people come together with 2 different play styles.
Right.
But we see that synergy, we see that chemistry.
Absolutely. And with that chemistry, it's amazing what Keith Allen just mentioned. It's what happens when you have one person who's a completely different playstyle than the other, and they're a duo, right? And you see them do really good. You're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
These guys are completely different. They have no similarities in their playstyles, and they're destroying everyone.
And you could just kind of tell, too, from experience, it takes time.
Right.
It really takes time learning your teammate or teammates. Like, it really does take time to really learn people's playstyle, strategy. And through the mist of war, man, through the mist of just game experience with your team, I mean, you really start developing that chemistry. Sometimes people just want chemistry, like they play a few times together and they just want chemistry like that. No, it takes time. It really does take time. But once you get that down, you'll be successful.
You're gonna destroying everyone. And so back to the topic of the different playstyles. How do these people with completely different playstyles make such powerful duos? And it comes down to this. They're both so individually good at what they do. They don't actually technically need each other. Those are the best duos. It's a duo where this player can 2v1 them and have a really good chance of actually winning. And then you have that other guy on top of that. So every time they need each other, boom, they're right there.
And unfortunately, we didn't see that, with the team that lost. I mean, you could see they were so dependent on one another. They were just like afraid to just try anything else besides just being boxed up. And, you do have to have that confidence that I could take down 2 guys by myself.
Right, absolutely. And that's a great point. That's exactly what we saw happen in the last semifinals round. We had the 4 Horsemen incredibly confident, playing separately, playing independently, and then calling up their teammates every time they needed help. And on the other hand, we had the 2 players who were literally stuck together. They were completely the same. They were getting cornered in the same box. And the problem with that is, when they can't stick up by themselves, they can't do it, man. They gotta be able to be independent. Besides being
this is not the game to play afraid.
Yeah,
like, you got the wrong game.
Yeah.
You cannot play this one out too passive, man. You have to, even when you see someone else, man, that has the mechanics that are on a different level. I mean, sometimes you just have to try anything to get into their head, and I thought they almost did that.
Right. I know. I mean, we saw that comeback.
They almost had a couple wins in a row.
We did. We saw that they got the 2 wins in a row, and then all of a sudden, 4 Horsemen shut them down again by adapting. And that's something me and Keith Allen were talking about a lot in this stream. It's adapting.
Sure. Right. Got to adapt it up, man. You can't just stick with the same thing you're doing. And again, man, that versatility, it comes from putting that grind in, right?
Exactly. You got to put the time in. You got to put that time in, just like Ninja always says. And you got to grind. You got to work on everything. And you got to learn. You got to have that knowledge to be able to change it up, switch it up, adapt in the moment as things are happening. That's exactly what 4 Horsemen do. They see these players start to use a new strategy. They see it working. They start to lose. And they say, all right, time to change it up. And they do exactly that.
Time to change it up, man. Well, listen, we're almost here. I want to see who's going to take home
Man, the champion crown today.
Yep.
You know, our Fortnite Battlegrounds. Definitely interested in this, man, and see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Me too, man.
So psychologically, I mean, you have to be, you know, when you get into a tournament and then you do start advancing, I mean, you have to be strong. Like you have to be emotionally just kind of cleared up. You know, you can't be playing, you know, anxious and nervous and thinking about the prize money and thinking about, you know, the bunch of crunch prize that we don't have. Like, you can't do that.
I call this being in your element, or being in, you know, flow state. Just forgetting about everything. Forget about all the stuff that's going around you. Who cares about the prize? Who cares about getting first place? The only thing you're thinking about is how can you win? How can you win in the moment? What do you have to do? What do you have to change up? Don't think about the future. Don't think about what you're going to get to or what you want to get to. Think about what's happening around you right now.
I love that. I love that flow state. You know, I don't know how many, you know, I love basketball, so I'm going to always use that as like a comparison. But it's like being at the free throw line. You know, when you're at the free throw line, you know, you can't think about, what if I miss this shot? Like, you know, you can't start thinking about, you know, all the other things that are happening outside of that. You have to have your mind clear, and you just have to shoot it. And that's exactly what happens in Fortnite, man, especially in a tournament style like this.
Right, and with flow state, you know, we have this psychological concept of basically entering into this state where you can do everything at maximum efficiency, 100% concentration, full focus on one thing, and the only way to do that is by clearing your mind, you know, entering that state of full focus.
And we look at the top pros in the world, you know, that's what we're seeing. You know, we see people who are focused, man. We see people who know how to get into the pressure of a situation and just be in the moment.
Right.
And, you know, one of the things we say, you know, a lot of you guys struggle with nervousness and anxiety, but it's because you're not putting yourself in high intense situations enough. You have to purposely, you know, in your spare time, when you're grinding, when you're practicing, to put yourself in many intense situations as you can. So when you get into a real situation that is intense, man, dude, you're playing it cool.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And real quick, guys, we're going to go into a brief intermission just so we can get everything started up and start the stream. So we'll be right back, and we'll see you guys in just a few moments here.
Don't go nowhere.
Yep.
It's about to go down.
It's about to, exactly.
Woo!
Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Man, I'm so excited. ProGuides Fortnite Battlegrounds going down. It is time to get this party started. But I want to say this, man. Like, we talked about Bunch of Crunch, and my man really, he got the last box, man. We got it here.
Honestly, during the intermission, I was like, "If we have any Bunch of Crunch," and I just wanted to start going at it.
Man, getting it in, dude. I love it. I love it. So, dude, I am so pumped up for this. I know we've had a few minutes go by now, but I want to see these two teams pop off right now.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention real quick, we're not actually sponsored by Bunch of Crunch. It's just kind of like an addiction Keith Allen has, and he's starting to get me on board too. It's really good.
Yeah,
though.
I'm not sponsored by Bunch of Crunch, but one day.
One day, let's get it.
I will be. I will be.
Yeah, we can
It's
get
my
it.
dream.
Yeah. All right. So before we get into this, let's talk about some things real quick. I think that we're gonna see some really solid gameplay this finals match, man.
Me too.
It's gonna be crazy.
Me
So
too.
intense.
Me too. Haven't really seen much of team claps yet, but I'm really pumped up to watch what they got, man. And I want to see how they mix up, their style with the Four Horsemen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And one thing that's really interesting I wanted to mention, you guys are gonna love this. Team Claps are actually both console players, and they've made it into the finals. So big shout out to them. I'm really excited to see how they're gonna do, because personally I love a good console player.
For sure.
They have slight disadvantages, but when they go ahead and they do this good, it just hypes you up, man. Like, if they win this, huge credit to them for their insane talent.
Definitely.
Overcoming
and
their
then we're looking out for FN Twister as well.
Right.
He was the MVP the last time we did this. He was the winner of the entire event. Back again.
Right.
Man, we may be doing a story on him one day.
The story of FN Twister, the reigning ProGuides champion. We'll see.
For sure.
Yep.
Hey, you never know.
Yep.
You never know.
Lots of different things in the works, man. And when you're showing out like this, you're rising up the community, there's always a chance something crazy is gonna happen for you.
I'm excited to
Me
see,
too.
the play styles. That's what I really want to see right now. I want to see these play styles go at it, and I want to see how each team is gonna react.
Right, absolutely. And we talk about all those different kinds of play styles, and let's see what these guys are gonna do. So we know FN Twister's team, the Four Horsemen, amazing play style, passive, aggressive. They like to learn before they push, and then they like to adapt and just go at it. Let's see. We're starting it out right here. And once again, we see the exact same thing. They're playing, they're playing super passive, trying to kind of feel out their opponents a bit, not really doing anything crazy just yet. But we actually did see Team Claps get a nice shot off, actually, on Ponzi here. So let's see. Right, Twister just took a big shot, and he took some damage too. These console players got some nasty aim, man.
Yeah, they do. They do. So far, I can see mechanically they're very sound.
Right, and wow, look at that. FN Twister takes one of them out, but then the player goes ahead and actually takes out FN Twister. Let's see what Ponzi goes ahead and does here. He's playing very aggressive, going for that 50-50. Very similar to what we saw from FN Twister in the last Battlegrounds, playing super aggressive and liking those 50-50s, being comfortable.
Yeah.
Interesting, seeing his teammate has the same exact kind of comfort level in these situations. Look at that. Wow.
Nice.
Oh,
Woo.
Look at that.
Man.
Oh, my. So the Four Horsemen Ponzi goes ahead and takes a nice shot, 50-50s, but then we see Team Claps coming in and actually almost getting him. But, the Four Horsemen went ahead and he took that nice 140 headshot, lined up his shot, took his time. Exactly what he had to do there, and he won that fight.
And I'm liking, now we see somebody else, that's doing the F and Twister thing now.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting seeing his teammate do the same thing. And right now we're basically at we have one win in the first round. Let's see how the Four Horsemen are gonna go ahead and play it out, because they struggled a bit for that first round. It wasn't a sweep.
I want to see what's gonna happen with Team Claps too. How are they gonna change up right now?
Right. And my bad, guys. I meant the first win, not the first round. Their first win was a little iffy. It wasn't too far. It was pretty close.
Sure.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Ponzi over there being a little bit reckless, drinking his shields within the open, but now he goes ahead and switches his positioning up, safer now, but he actually has to waste a little bit more healing items. But they're still good here. See what they're gonna do. It's very interesting. What I realize is that Four Horsemen are starting to play more together. They're not playing as independent as they were in the first.
Yeah, they're not. That's because they're playing a stronger team.
Right.
But again, you got to keep your same strategy. If it worked that time, obviously you want to adapt, but
I think it does play to their strengths.
Right,
And
absolutely.
they are separated a little more.
Yeah, and we can definitely see that because when you play together, you have the advantage of having two people, having your teammate there to help you. And you don't really need that unless you really need it.
Unless
so we
you
can
really
tell
need it.
these opponents of the Four Horsemen are incredible. Team Claps knows what they're doing,
Yeah,
even
they
though they're
do.
playing on console. They're crazy. Look at that.
Woo!
Making an aggressive push here on the Horsemen. One of them going down, but doing a lot of damage to Twister and doing more damage to Ponzi. Oh my god, man. Oh my god.
Nice.
I mean, Four Horsemen did a great job there
Yeah.
of maintaining, but the aggression I just saw from Claps was incredible.
Yeah,
Like,
it was. They missed a few shots, but
yeah. It wasn't smart, but it was
Yeah.
just a very good show of confidence. I love the confidence.
yeah, and I like the confidence too.
Mm-hmm.
But keeping the game sense in that as
Right.
well, because you're playing against two talented, very sharp players.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't just be doing stuff like that. But I will give them a lot of credit, lots of credit to Team Claps just for the confidence.
Yeah.
Not the smartest play, but
sure.
very confident. And,
Yeah.
and I think this matchup is going to be very close, just judging by how both these teams are playing it out right now.
Yeah,
But
but
of course-
I think at some point we're gonna see one team break open, break the lead open. Honestly, because I think they're still starting to they're now starting to figure each other out.
Right. Absolutely. I agree with that as well. But of course, if we have two teams that can figure each other out constantly, they're constantly guessing. It's like playing a game of chess, you know?
I love
you
it.
get it, you get an advantage, and then all of a sudden, boom, now the other team has an advantage. Just gonna keep going at
And
it.
like we've been talking about,
Yep.
being able to adapt. Now both teams can be able to adapt. Man, that's gonna be a game.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a nice match.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I'm really excited to watch this unfold. But so far, Four Horsemen have won two matches. They have 2 wins right now in the first round. It looks like they just took out another opponent. So it looks like in this specific scenario, Four Horsemen are doing a much better job at adapting right now.
For sure, and
Yep.
and they're starting to do what's worked for them. I mean,
Yep.
every time, which is push that other team, man.
Yeah.
When you know that you are the best, there's something that comes into your mentality, and you begin to push. You feel unstoppable, and with that mentality, you do become unstoppable.
Right. And there's something I call the explosive mentality. This is kind of a hybrid of both. And what this is instead of constantly pushing someone, you're confident in everything you do, right, guys? You're confident in everything you
love
do.
it.
But sometimes you'll act like you're not, and you'll throw your opponent off. So you might play more passive, more defensive, but the second they start to feel like, oh, this person's starting to lose his edge, you come right back in there, and boom, you hit them with that confident W key, and you make that play. And that's what I call the explosive mentality. And that's something I'm starting to see a lot from the Four Horsemen, They're playing aggressive, but they're not just 50-50.
Exactly, they're
Right.
still playing smart, not
Exactly.
taking unnecessary damage for no reason.
Right.
And I love that strat you're talking about. I mean, baiting your opponent in. I love that.
Yep, absolutely. And they're going ahead and take down one of the members of Team Claps. Astro trying to get away here. He actually got a little bit lucky because it looks like the Four Horsemen shot
Yeah,
themselves out.
they're coming after you.
Yeah,
man.
they are.
They-
The confidence, you can see that.
You don't have time to do anything. Like, forget the mini, man. You need to keep going.
Swarming around like bees.
Yeah,
That's when
you
you know
don't-
they're getting confident, man.
you don't have no time to pop that mini right
Yeah.
now, bro. You gotta just
You got to run for it. You got to hit that. You got to hit that 200 headshot.
they're
But,
not letting you rest. For
So
a
right
second.
now, Horsemen are up they're up by 4 right now in the first round. One more win by the Horsemen, and they go ahead and actually win the first round of the finals. But who knows? Maybe Claps can pull off this comeback for the first round. It's tough, but there's a good chance.
Maybe. I mean, I'm always rooting for you guys. You already know that Team Claps. I'm rooting for you.
Yep.
But man, you have a team that's pushing you, man. So you got to make some more moves.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that though, because I'm actually rooting for FN Twister's team over here. He's our old champ. I honestly think that there's a great there's a great play there. I honestly think there's a great chance that Claps can come back.
Yeah.
But I personally really like FN Twister. He always shows up to my live streams, and he's watching and learning and improving. And I've seen a lot of good things from him in the past.
No wonder why he's killing. He watches your live stream.
I mean, who knows, man?
That's not even fair. See that? Come on, man. You guys got to check beyond out.
Yeah, he's a great player, and I personally I'm rooting for him deep down. I love
Giving
his
guys
team.
the upper hand. I love it.
Yep.
I love it, and we see it, man. We listen. When you put the time in, it really shows. You don't have to worry about it. So
Right.
many people are so discouraged because they're not seeing, the fruits of their labor. You're grinding. You're constantly putting time in.
Right.
Whether it be 2 hours, 3 hours, whether it be an hour. You can only control what you can control. And I always tell people it's not about quality.
You know, it's not about all the time that you put in. You can practice 10 hours a day and still not get anywhere. You know, it's about quality. It's about what you're doing in that time, what you were working on in that time.
And so actually what we just saw was the 4 Horsemen going ahead and taking the first round. Resetting the scoreboard, they now have 1 round under their belt. 1 more and they are the finalists and the champions. So we're getting very, very closer to them taking home the gold and getting that first place medal.
Yeah.
But of course, there's always a chance.
There's always a chance. There's always a chance. And then we always have to go here. I mean, obviously, when you play a team and you see what they're doing to you, did they get 1 win for that?
Claps has not gotten a win yet, but they have been able to keep it close.
Yeah.
So, although they're not actually winning yet, there's a good chance they switch one thing up and boom, just like that, they're back in.
And that's what we have to see. You know, that's what you have to see. I mean, if you're playing a certain way, and your play style is you know, doing the same thing over and over again, you haven't seen any victories yet. It's time to really take a step back and think about what you can do, because at this point you have nothing to lose.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you're down 1 round. You have a lot of different things to look at to improve and to adapt upon, and things to kind of look back on and fix. So you guys have that advantage. Don't forget that, Claps. You guys might be losing in numbers, but in reality, you guys have a lot of different things that you can fix right now and adapt to in order to come back. So don't forget that, guys.
And Team Claps, is easy right now to overthink. You know, and once you start overthinking, you're gonna miss every shot, especially the easiest shots, like right in front of you. You just, like, you start overthinking so much because the pressure is mounting. Man, look, there's no pressure. You know, take your time, play your game. You have skills. You know, I see that you guys are both gifted, man. So just play your game.
Yep, you guys got this. And remember, once again, clear your mind, enter flow state. Don't worry about anything. Don't think about the prize. Don't think about where you are. Just think about exactly what's happening right now and how you can get around that and keep getting better.
Exactly. Don't think about the prizes, but I'm gonna let you know what the prizes are. 2,500 PG points for first place. Don't think about it though.
Don't think about it.
And 2,000 PG points for second place. That's pretty good.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
A lot of points, man. You guys can do a lot with those points. And
that's for sure.
Yep.
We have some great coaches. Beyond is one of them.
Yeah.
And he's coaching. You know, obviously one of his students is in the lead right now. But yeah, you guys need to definitely do that. Also, check out, you know, obviously my motivation show, man, definitely. Fridays. And check it out. You know, mentality is everything. You know, it's everything, right? Everything.
Absolutely. It is. It really is. At the end of the day, mentality is what gets you where you are. Mentality is what keeps you calm and what keeps you making the right decisions while you're there. And it's what creates that goal setting, that future, that vision of the future. You guys have to have the right mentality. Absolutely. If you don't, you might have one short period, if you're very lucky and talented, where you'll do amazing. You'll be at the top. But eventually, because your mentality isn't in the right spot, you will unfortunately fall off. So you need to have that strong mentality. And what better place to get that from than the Keith Allen Show on Fridays at
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love what you said about vision, man. You got to have vision where you want to go and what you want to do. And you will get there. Doesn't matter who's supporting you. Doesn't matter who's on your side. If you can believe it and put in that time and effort, man, you're going to get the results.
Right. Absolutely.
And even if you don't end up where you want to be, you're going to end up at a place that's going to be great.
Right. Right now we have a little bit of a problem. What happened was the players forgot to switch teams. So we're just going to go ahead and fix that real quick. Basically just have the players head back into the hub and start the lobby one more time. But yeah, so while we're waiting for them to get this all going, right now we have 4 Horsemen up round 1. They won the first round. They're getting closer to winning this entire thing out. And on the other hand, we have Team Claps. And at the same time, but we haven't started the second round yet. So they still have that chance. The Clap still has a chance. There is no advantage. There's no disadvantage. All there is lots of opportunities to improve for Team Claps and lots of confidence and momentum for the 4 Horsemen.
For sure. And we're going to see right now. You know, you got to take advantage. Take advantage, 4 Horsemen right now. As so far, I mean, we see that you clearly have the mental advantage over Team Claps. But Team Claps, this is also a time where you can be underestimated as well. Because sometimes people can get overconfident.
Absolutely.
And it's time to strike right now.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And without further ado, we're starting to get right into the first match. We're almost there.
Go.
Let's do this, man. I am so pumped for this. So pumped.
Yes.
I mean, I really want to see who's going to win this. I'm so excited to watch these 2 players play. The underrated players, I want to watch you guys. I want to watch you guys come back. I want to see you guys at least have a good chance of winning. And I know you can. Just adapt, guys. Think about what you're doing wrong. Change your play style. Do different things. I believe in you. You guys can do this.
Yeah, and I want you guys who are watching right now, to, to think about and analyze what would you do in this situation.
Right.
What would you do? Pay attention to these situations right now.
Right. So right here we have FN Twister right now. He's low on health, and it's because of the fact that I love their strategy, to be honest. What they're doing right now is very intelligent. You have one player running up and actually like getting most of the heat, while the other one stays back with the AR, supports him, shoots their builds down, and at the same time gives that kind of the fire support from the back. So if one of them isn't holding walls and they're both shooting, Ponzi's going to be able to do a ton of damage from behind where they won't be able to even see him, while FN Twister's also doing damage, but of course catching more flak and more damage from his opponents.
Cool. Okay.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I'm talking about.
There we go.
That's
Team
what I'm
Claps.
talking about, Team Claps.
The aggression.
There you go.
Good job. Right there, amazing play. They were able to take out one of the 4 horsemen, and wow,
Twister
great
just
shot by
me.
Twister.
Ooh,
That was clutch, man.
Nice.
No, super clutch.
That was nice. It's like you get one and then the
That's
other
a
one.
1v1, man. We got a box fight 1v1 going on here. You got a representative from the 4 horsemen, Twister, and we got Ponzi from Claps. Let's see it.
Let's do this.
Ooh, nice shot by Twister. 15 damage, cracked the shields. Let's see. I think Ponzi has enough shields to heal back up, or not Ponzi, but the other member of Team Claps. Let's see it. Okay, right here, Twister does not have the piece. Wow, good play by him. He didn't have piece control there, but what he waited for was for the Team Claps member to open it up, and as soon as he did, Twister went ahead. Wow. Wow.
That was impressive.
Very impressive.
That
And
was
right
impressive.
there, we saw a battle of wits, man. We saw
nice.
piece control, we saw decision making, we saw all of that, aim, mechanics, everything. And
Yeah.
Team Claps now coming back.
Team Claps coming back to making their comeback.
Let's see it.
I didn't want to see a sweep, so I'm glad that just happened.
Me too. Team Claps going ahead and winning the first match or the first kind of matchup of round 1, and they are.
Yeah. I just loved how he took his time right there.
Yeah.
He took his time. He wasn't exposing himself.
Right.
And he took the right shot and he hit it. It was nice.
Yeah. Great job on his part. Very stressful environment there, but he pulled it off.
Pulled it off.
Yep.
Again, when you have nothing to lose, you can. It's easy for you to do that.
Right, exactly. Let's see it, guys. Let's see it. They're starting this round off with a win. I love to see it.
All right, so now it's time, for the 4 horsemen to regroup and continue, doing what's worked.
Yeah, try to adapt. Try to
Nice
kinda
shot.
learn them again. Do what they did before. So yeah, nice shot by Twister there. Good shot. So what we're seeing right now is more of them playing together. Basically, the 4 horsemen is starting to realize that these guys they're not a mess around. We got to really focus up. We got to play together.
Got to adapt.
Change their play style completely, and it's working out perfectly.
Got to adapt.
They've done a lot of damage so far in this specific matchup, and right now Claps are at a disadvantage in terms of health, but you never know. One pump shot can change the whole.
Oh.
One of them unfortunately does go down here to Ponzi,
Mm-hmm.
and now it is a 2v1. And there it is. Twister goes ahead and finishes it off with a slick 1 pump.
And I loved how they stayed together that time. So they got a lot of force between them.
Yeah, they adapted fast, man.
They do.
Very fast.
They do adapt. So, man, this is coming down almost to the wire, man. So they need how many more wins? Clarify for the audience.
All right, so you guys right now, all horsemen need is 3 more wins to, or 4, I think. No, yeah. 4 more wins to go ahead and take this home. They will win the second round, and they will win the tournament overall. But on the other hand, Team Claps actually needs 4 wins plus 5. Basically, they need to win this round and the next one to go ahead and actually be able to take home the gold here. But not impossible.
Yeah, not impossible.
It's fairly possible.
You got to stay hungry. You have to stay smart right now.
Right.
Just relax. Do what got you that win a couple times ago, and you got this.
Yep.
I want to see them push a little more, though.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. They're starting to play like the first team that we saw was, but just gotta keep that confidence up, keep the aggression up. One thing I really love though is how the horsemen adapted. They lost 1 round, and they instantly changed it up. They won the next one, and it wasn't even close. By the way, that the second match, the second round wasn't even close. The horsemen took that easily.
Woo!
Just like they are now.
See them
doing lots of damage. Oh, wow. Wow, wow.
50-50 right there.
Big mistake by the Horseman player over there. What happened was he got separated from his teammate, and it was very easy for Team Collapse to actually go ahead and to switch it up on them. Oh my god.
Twist.
FN Twister, the box fight god. I mean, when he gets in your box, when he takes those 50-50s, man, he does not lose.
He does not
Straight
lose.
2v1 there. Both of the Team Collapse members in the same box as FN Twister, and he still pulls it off and wins. And this is what we were talking about before, about being that independent player who can handle himself. He can win those 2v1s.
FN Twister's looking to be
And look
MVP
at him.
today.
Oh my god. It's hard to win, man, when it's like that.
Yeah.
When you got that one dominant player. So right now, it's looking like Team Horsemen right now have a 2-win lead over Team Collapse in the second round. So it is looking right now like they're going to win, but we'll see.
Yeah. A little more. Come on.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Nice shot by Team Collapse.
Yeah.
FN Twister going ahead and actually redeeming his teammate and getting that kill back.
Whew.
Wow. There he goes again. Actually, we actually went ahead. I'm not sure. I think what is happening here exactly? Let's see. I think one of the opponents is actually won, but I'm not sure. I think FN Twister's still alive. Let's see. So what I'm trying to figure out right now is there one player left, or does this player on Team Collapse is not aware that he has to respawn after he wins? We'll see. Oh yeah, it's looking to me like the player on Team Collapse went ahead and he won right now. So he won the second match. Now
Gotcha.
2-2 in round 2.
Yep.
But the player just doesn't know that he has to respawn. It's all good. He'll figure it out, and we'll get right into this 5th match of the second round.
Well, that was a nice win. Nice win.
Good
Perfect
job
timing.
on his part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be honest. I missed it a little bit, but yeah, we know that it's 2-2 now.
For
Round
sure.
2-2-2. Very close. You know, you can tell that the Team Collapse is really, really trying to come back.
Yeah.
You do not want to lose. And I love seeing that.
I love the fight.
Mhm.
Like, I love the fight, man. You go
Absolutely.
down, man. You go down with the fight. I love it.
Absolutely.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
All right, so let's see what they do here. 4 Horsemen. Ooh, they're actually switching up their playstyle a little bit. They're starting to play more separated here. Trying to adapt.
Trying to go back.
Yep. Love seeing this. Let's see it.
Love the communication.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really do. I love the communication. You can't communicate with your teammate. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
gotta
care how good you are.
you gotta fix it, man.
Yeah,
Communication is key.
for sure.
And FN Twister going ahead and taking one of them out. Now the other Team Class player on him. Wow.
Finish it up.
Yeah, over here. So he went ahead and actually took out FN Twister as soon as FN Twister got his teammate. That player just got a siphon. He got a 50 health back. So he does have an advantage right now, I feel like, over Ponzi. Ponzi does have that aggressive nature, though, and we see him sticking to his box, not really giving the Collapse player a chance to breathe. But we'll see what happens here. Great piece control, too.
Yeah.
But I mean, great play by Team Collapse, man. He got away from him. It's great play, man.
Ghosted him.
Yep. Got his chance to heal up. Oh wow!
But at some
Ponzi.
point, you know, you're gonna have to get a little more aggro. Come on.
Oh wow! Oh
Nice
my
50-50
God!
battle right
Wow!
there, but-
Wow! A lot of stuff just happened back there.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And Ponzi going ahead and getting that pickaxe in.
That was a very important win.
Yeah,
Very
so-
important win to keep their momentum going forward.
Right. For Team Collapse, right? And I mean, what happened back there that they messed up was Team Collapse and Team 4 Horsemen. You guys both missed a lot of shots in that 50-50. If I'm being honest, that's what it ultimately came down to. When you take a 50-50 like that, just like FN Twister, you gotta hit your shots. You cannot miss those pumps. You cannot miss those ARs, and that's why he went ahead and got pickaxe, because he missed his shots. And Ponzi knew that, so he went in and he got a little too confident there. He took out his pickaxe and went for it, and he
That's
got
the
it.
problem, man. We
I know.
can't get overconfident,
Yeah,
even when you have the advantage. I know it's
know,
hard.
I
But
know.
Gotta stay humble.
Exactly. Yeah, Pons, you gotta stay humble, because you never know. I mean, you might flick the wrong switch, and they might start going a lot harder, or it might, you might get too confident and change up the way you're playing, which is working really well right now.
For sure.
But 4 Horsemen up right now, 3 wins in the
Come on.
second round. Very close to seeing them go ahead and win this out.
Nice competition, man. Very beautiful competition right now.
Absolutely.
definitely loving Team Claps. What they've been trying to do.
Absolutely. Let's see what's gonna happen here. FN Twister taking on both of them right now by himself.
Twister doesn't care.
And his teammate Ponzi was being very smart, looking for a flank. He wasn't able to go ahead and 100% commit to it because I think what happened was FN Twister called back and asked him to come and help him. Great play on his part, staying together here because that is what the other team is doing. Wow. Oof. Great shot by Ponzi. One pump to the head finishes the fight, and they go ahead and they jump. And one more win for Team 4 Horsemen, and they will go ahead and win this week's Battlegrounds.
Wow.
Oh my God,
Congrats.
man. This is crazy.
Woo!
FN Twister about to be the 2-time champion. This is incredible.
Yeah,
I am so excited for this next fight, man.
Sure.
Let's see. Let's see what happens.
It is going to be epic. I love how we have, man, FN Twister's come back with his partner.
Yep.
Killing it, man.
Right, yeah,
Wow.
so we're entering into the possibly final fight of this round.
Yeah.
And the final
Come on.
round of
Yeah.
this tournament.
Woo!
Let's see how they do. All right, so we're seeing Team 4 Horsemen playing a little bit more passive here.
Yeah.
But obviously, they're super excited and confident, just like we are right now, man. Oh, my God. We are towards the end here, and they're doing a lot of damage with the AR, lowering the health of Team Claps.
Yep.
They're pushing.
Man,
wow,
they are
look at that
pushing
aggression,
hard right
man.
now.
Another 33 by Ponzi.
Yep.
Just keeping that pressure up. Let's see what Team Claps is about to do here. They're getting cornered, but I think they went ahead and got out of that situation.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like how they're evading that.
Absolutely. Great.
Because when the 4 Horsemen come, they come.
Wow. Ponzi going for a nice shot there. They both miss. Twister with the flank, getting behind them.
Ooh.
Getting really aggressive here in the box. He's able to actually get out of that situation. And I think he did a lot of damage, but on the other hand, he did take a lot of damage back. So we're seeing a very close fight this final match, possibly. Man, this is hype. See if Team Claps is able to survive another match and possibly another round. Or
Honestly, looking good right now.
the Horsemen are going to keep it up. Yeah, they are looking solid so far. Nothing too... Oh, wow. That was... Oh, wow. Good strafe by Ponzi there. And the shot to crack his shields. Oh, my. This is starting to look like 4 Horsemen are about to win it out, but we will see what's going to happen here. Wow. Team Claps gets a kill on Twister, and now they have the advantage. So maybe they're actually going to be able to survive. Wow, man. This is getting more intense. Or maybe Ponzi's going to pull off this crazy 2v1 to win the fight. Who knows? But this is his chance to show out and show us what he's made of.
Stay focused. Stay focused. You got this.
Yep. Don't forget. Don't think about what's on the line. Think about what's happening right now. Can you win this 2v1? Be confident in yourself. Believe in yourself. You got this, man. All right, so he's playing it very passive here. A little sneaky. Trying to get... I know what he's trying to do here. He's trying to get that impact kill, man. He's trying to get that impact kill. That one-pump headshot. Sneaky shot that's going to turn the tides of this fight from a 2v1 to a straight 1v1.
And I love how he's just playing it. I love how he's playing it.
I know, me too. So intelligent.
Wait for the right moment.
Yep. Let's see it, man. Let's see it. This is very intense. And this is where the viewer's heart rate starts to go up a little bit. Oh, and he gets a nice little shot off, but on the other hand, Team Claps now knows exactly where he's located, so he's got to be really careful. He lost his advantage. Wow, another amazing job by Ponzi, man. Not taking any damage and just dealing so much. Okay, but unfortunately right there, he did take some AR damage. Still playing it pretty smart. I like what Team Claps is doing. They're not playing it exactly like they normally would, but they're playing it very smart on the other hand. They're just spraying with their ARs, having one player push up more now. Lots of pressure on Ponzi here, but he plays this out.
I mean, this is it. They got to capitalize on this.
Yeah, they do.
You know, they have an opportunity to get a win right here. Let's see what they're going to do. Come on.
Great shots by Ponzi, man. Just cracking one of their shields, doing 20 damage to another one while under all this pressure. Amazing, man.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing.
Been here, done that.
Yup.
You know?
Absolutely. We've all been in those situations.
All right, well, his health is depleting right now. Running completely out of
ammo, out of materials, out of shields. Not looking too good for Ponzi, but let's see, man.
And now is the time for that game sense to really kick in right now.
Right. So make that crazy decision. He's getting closer. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
He held
there's
it
a
down
lot
now.
to say about that.
He held it down.
He did amazing.
Yeah.
I think FN Twister played that incredible there.
For sure.
Team Claps, on the other hand, did a great job. They played it very slow, very smart. Didn't risk anything. I love that. No risk taken. Just did what they had to do to win it. But on the other hand, Team Collapse's player did a great job at holding it out, not dying, Ponzi. But he could have gotten closer to them, and I think in that situation, that's the best thing he could have done is to understand that their strategy is to stay back.
He probably waited it out a little too long.
A little too long. Very smart, but a little bit too much.
A little too long, yeah.
Right.
Wow. Eventually, I mean, you know.
I know, and I mean,
they're gonna find you.
Man, we're still right there. One more win from Team.
One more win, man. Palms get sweaty,
and they get it.
Yep.
But I mean, Team Collapse showing out right now, doing damage to FN Twister and Ponzi to start out this fight. They really got their momentum back. I mean,
they do.
This is intense.
Yeah, for sure. And now, because you're so close to the win, it's very easy to overthink and hold on and actually start playing passively. You know, continually push them, continually do what has gotten you this far.
Absolutely.
Come on.
That can always happen. You know, you're doing great, and all of a sudden you start to change it up a little bit because you get too overconfident.
And Team Collapse, I love the aggression.
Me too. Me
I love
too.
it.
Look at that shot. Oh my God. Bringing him down to almost 0 shields. Incredible play. FN Twister, on the other hand, doing a really good job of distracting them and giving his teammate a chance to heal up. Love the synergy these two players have with each other. Their teamwork is incredible. Really.
Like what I see with Team Collapse too.
Oh yeah.
I like what I see with them as well.
They're very intelligent players, great aim. And once again, they are playing on console, and that's just more impressive.
Yeah, that is.
The fact that they've been able to hold out for this long and actually pull off this comeback in such an intense final matchup is incredible. Because, you know, with console, you get that input delay, you get less of a refresh, you get a lower refresh rate. A lot of different things are working against you here.
Pretty impressive aim too.
Oh yeah,
I really like what I'm saying with them.
They have insanely good aim. I haven't seen them miss barely any shots except that one 50-50. It's over here. They're both playing a little bit more slow here. I can really tell that Team Horsemen want this win.
They want it
because they're not playing stupid whatsoever. I mean, they cooled it down after the last round. They're really starting to just slow it down to do whatever they have to do to win. And same with Team Collapse.
Yeah, and I get it. You want to play methodically. You know, you want to make sure that you know, you're making the right decisions.
Right, and we see right now, I know exactly what their strategy is for both teams, is they're trying to get these low-risk shots off, and and whichever team goes ahead and actually gets that advantage. Oh my God, and there we go! FN Twister going ahead and clutching up the final round of this tournament and winning his team.
No, he didn't.
Oh my God, good job, FN Twister, and congratulations for being the 2-times Battlegrounds champion. Welcome back, great job, man.
Man, 4 Horsemen, congratulations. Yo, can we give it up for Team Collapse?
Yeah, let's
give it up for Team Collapse. Third place, we also have Team 7HZ.
Right. Also, we did have a third placer as well. Team 7HC. Those guys went ahead and got third place. They got the 1,500 PG point prize. But big round of applause to FN Twister and his team. 2-time champion, amazing players, just always showing out and just making me look at them and say, wow, I'm really impressed with you guys.
Yeah.
Just great job, guys. You guys are a great team. FN Twister, amazing player. Yeah. And I'm going to have to give it up. We do have an MVP in this tournament, a single MVP, and that is FN Twister. So give it up for FN Twister.
Come on.
Amazing player, 2-times Battlegrounds champion.
Dude, this guy has the crown right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking for somebody else to come and take this crown. Right? The next, you know, Battlegrounds that we do, listen, it's your job to try to take the crown. FN Twister, man, he's been killing it along with his partner,
great player.
Ponzi.
Yep.
You know, so good job, guys.
And once again, so basically, FN Twister is an amazing player. He showed out, but one of the things is he always comes to the live classes. I see him a lot of times using the ProGuides tools, and I just really want to tell you guys about this. You guys should definitely go ahead and start using the tools that ProGuides offers. I mean, the winners of this tournament and the placers, you guys are getting the opportunity to get better and to become the best. You know, getting better is one thing, but being the best is a whole nother. And that's what we want to do for you guys. We don't just want to make you better. We want you guys to be the absolute best. And that's what...
And that's what's happening right now. No, like definitely, like I'm really impressed. But man, guys, check out the coaches beyond.
Right,
dude. Your student just won back-to-back,
amazing
like
job,
MVP, man. Like, so obviously, you know, you're doing something right. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And you know, also, man, we've been having a good time. You know, doing what we're doing on Fridays, man. So definitely check us out.
Yep.
Your motivation show that we're talking about mentality today. You know, I really liked what I saw. I was really impressed.
And you know, just to let you guys know, man, like this is your platform. Take advantage of it. ProGuides, we're a family. We want to showcase the talent. We want to showcase Bunch of Crunch Army. We want to showcase the people, man, that support us.
And once again, those pro classes that Evan Twister and other players are watching, like Ryan Guy, all come with the pro membership. So be sure to get that and check it out in case you guys want to go ahead and improve and someday be our champion on Battlegrounds. And yeah, guys, so great job. Let's do a quick celebration for the second Battlegrounds that me and Keaton have done together.
Let's
Good
get it.
job, man.
Let's get it.
Thank you guys so much for showing out, watching the stream, and for all the people who have competed. You guys will have more than enough opportunities to compete. You know, we're going to keep Battlegrounds coming every single week, and we're super excited to do more of these in the near future.
Yeah, we're not doing every week though, right?
I mean, who knows? These are going great.
I
What
mean,
you guys
yeah,
want
right.
every week? Let us know. You guys want more of these? Let us know.
Maybe eventually, but man,
Yeah.
I'm so excited about the winner today. 2,500 PG points for, you know, F and Twister, Ponzi, Four Horsemen. You guys did it. 2,000 PG points for Team Claps, man. Awesome job today, man. And for our third place, again, 1,500 PG points for you guys. So, man, utilize these ProGuides points, take advantage, and yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
So-
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We're super excited to conclude the second Fortnite Battlegrounds in the history of Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
And once again, congratulations to FN Twister for not only being our first champion, but also our second.
Yes.
All right, guys.
And let me say this. Keep
Yeah.
eating that
Bunch of crunch.
and let's get this going.
Yep. All right. You guys have a great day. Peace.